What's up, everybody? How's it going? Legundo here. Welcome back. And today I'm joined by a very special guest. I have Captain J from the Crow's Nest joining me. How you doing,
Hello.
dude?
I'm good. How are you? How's everything?
Doing good. Doing good. Yeah, no problem. Thank you for coming on. So, Sea of Thieves is right around the corner. This video is coming out on the 19th, which means, depending on time zone, some people are already playing. Jealous.
Yeah. They're in the future. That's what it is. They're actually in the future.
They need to stop it. But we are just one day away from Sea of Thieves, and I wanted to get together with some other content creators and be like, here's some stuff we're really excited for that's already confirmed. Here's some stuff we hope to see, and basically put together a little wish list of things we want to see in the game, things we're concerned about, things we're excited for, and just sort of just break it all down real quick. So, yeah, just real quick so people know you, know who you are. Do you want to just give people a bit of a primer of like your channel, everything else, how long you've been on the game?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I'm the individual. I go by the name Captain J. I'm the individual behind the Crow's Nest. I've recently just turned 2 years old this month, last week. Just turned
awesome.
2 years old. Yeah, and just crossed another milestone. This past weekend, 11,000 subscribers. It's crazy to me, but yeah, we just crossed 11,000 subs, and I've been covering basically Sea of Thieves since day one. Every little thing. Way back in the day when Sea of Thieves used to do just audio teases of just, I don't know, it was just sounds. I would try to break those down and figure out what that was. But yeah, I've been doing it for a little while now, and it's surreal to me to see the games coming out literally by this time when people are hearing this tomorrow or technically right now. So it blows my mind that we're finally here. I don't have to say, soon. It's live.
It's here.
We
can play. Yeah. We can finally play. We could play more. I mean, we've had the alphas and the betas and everything else, and
exactly.
It's been awesome to see your channel blow up. You're gonna pass me in like another week or so, but it's been awesome to see your channel blow up so much and just see so much excitement around the title, which has been great. So, one thing I've seen from a lot of people in playing the alphas and the betas, and they don't realize this isn't the whole game. Like, they think the whole game is just go get treasure chests.
Yeah,
and
it's definitely not.
Yeah, and I know that there's more to it, but at the same time, like, feelings are facts nowadays, which is weird. But perception is reality, so people need to think that the game has everything it has in it, even if they never get to it, because some of it's emergent. Like, if you never run into the Kraken and you don't watch all the promotional material and
then,
you can see all that,
it's not there.
Then it's not there. It's just not there. And the hidden islands we've found, different lore behind the game, it's not there if people don't see it. So, things we're excited for, things we're hoping for shortly after launch, and things that are like, let's avoid this little iceberg, to use another sailing reference, and just stay away and stay on a clear course for it. So first thing I'm excited for is they mentioned recently live campaigns and just doing different things. That was mine.
Okay,
we're on the same page.
Literally the same one. Yep.
But no, like, I like the idea of the seasonal events and be able to change things. They said before that they have dials and stuff that they can change to send everybody to the same island, have the wind always blowing in a certain direction, make it 10 times more sharks than normal, and now they put a name behind it. They put campaigns behind it, which is kind of cool. So I'm excited to see more about that. How about you?
Yeah, I think live campaigns are one of those things that are definitely going to keep the world feeling fresh and alive. And I think it's kind of cool that they can literally, like you just said, they could tweak it on the fly. They could just kind of adjust things, and whether it's in a weird way, it almost seems like a bigger version of a skeleton fort, where the same way that players just kind of converge on a spot. It's almost, if they point everyone in the same direction or something like that, they could really create some interesting opportunities that way. Like, I know as far as the live campaigns go, one thing I can't wait to see, and I hope they do implement in some way, shape, or form, are holiday events. I cannot wait to see their take on holiday events. And again, this is completely speculation at this point. They might not have holiday events, but it would be a real shame if they don't.
Snowball fight.
Definitely. Yeah, snowball fights, or like some kind of Halloween event or something like that. Or talk like a pirate day. I mean, it just makes sense. It's just all those things. The game is virtually a sandbox, and I would love for them to just expand on that and explore all that, even if it is just temporarily.
Yeah,
but
you
just
said
again,
Halloween.
just to goof around.
Yeah, you said
I would
Halloween,
love
and the
to see
first
that.
thing in my mind is our primary enemies are skeletons. Like, how could you not do something special for Halloween? Have little jack-o'-lanterns sitting around everywhere, put pumpkins on the skeletons' heads.
Right.
Just do something silly like that.
If it's like if it's something even if it's something as simple as like taking the Ferry of the Damned and just decking out, and I mean it's already spooky enough, but if you just deck it out even further in some kind of Halloween-esque theme, or just I don't know, if you take the outposts and change them up, like add, like you said, jack-o'-lanterns, or add some kind of event in game where you're going after something. I would love to see them expand on that, or the same thing, for Christmas or any other holiday really, or even their own holiday. If they just make up something within the game, just something completely unknown, in the real world, if you will.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm really excited for that.
We've seen made-up holidays in other games, like other shared world games. Destiny has Festival of the Lost and the Dawning, which is, I mean, it's very obviously Halloween and New Year's, just not. But them doing something like that, I could see it could work really well.
Yeah, that's one of the things I'm really excited for, those live campaigns. Yeah, the next part that I'm really excited for are those hidden islands, are those secrets in the game. We came across those in the closed beta, just by chance, just by word of mouth, and just seeing rumors of this location and rumors of that location. But even then, it wasn't concrete. I remember I spent just hours just kind of going around in circles in the middle of the ocean on this uncharted island, like looking for any little thing I could find. And sometimes it really did pay off. Sometimes I was like, hey, what's that? What's behind that corner, or what's in this crevice, or something like that. And it just led to another secret. And that might be one of the first things I'm going to do when the game launches. I might actually go back and revisit those exact same spots just to see if anything's changed, just to see if anything's been added, or if it's been moved altogether, or I'm just going to try to keep my eyes out for that. And I would love to see if they just kind of keep sliding in those secrets completely under the radar, like not tell anyone. And then again, if someone just comes across it, they're like, wow, this is new, this is different.
It's there.
And just and then just word of mouth kind of keeps going. And again, that's another way that players will converge on a spot, or get something going. That's what I'm really excited for. The secrets.
There's
in the
that,
game.
and then there's the fact that
begging for it.
The pirate legendary hideout is on the map, and nobody knows where it is yet. And the only clue we have is that it's behind a waterfall, and I can only think of like 2 islands that have waterfalls. But something tells me that
it's not big enough.
No,
and they're not
it's
big
not.
enough to pump out a ship. So I'm sitting there going,
unless you're doing a TARDIS style where it's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside, the space we've seen for the legendary pirate hideout doesn't fit anywhere that we've currently seen on the map.
No, not even remotely close.
They don't
not
do
for
instances.
A ship. Not for a ship, at least.
No, but even like the social space that you sort of see in there with the ghosts and the little tavern, that seems way too big, and they don't have like instances. It's just a flat world. Like everything's just there. You don't load into a dungeon or something like that. So I want to see where that's going to pop up. I have a feeling it's going to be in the middle of the map. It makes sense for it to be in the middle of the map, but I just don't know how it's going to work. Like I don't know how it's going to end up there. It's really interesting. I'm really interested to see who gets to Pirate Legend first and where that hideout is located. That I think is going to be a really cool race to be like world first there.
Now I know for sure that won't be me. I'm not even going to attempt to be the first pirate legend, because I know some people are like, because some people were tweeting at my Twitter handle like, I'm going for a 48-hour stream, and I'm like, that's crazy. Please be safe. I was like, please drink water.
Remember
please
to
move
breathe
around.
and drink water and get some sleep.
But more power to them. I think that's wild. It's something that I wish I could do. I just don't have the kind of stamina for that. I just can't. I just can't do it. But I know people are going to power through it, and it's going to be interesting to see it. Who gets to that and who becomes literally the first, and how they're commemorated in game. I think it's going to be really cool to see.
And that's another really cool thing I love, is that those little names carved into things, or wanted posters, or little just nods to different community members, and the names of the islands, the names of the downed ships being references to community members, staff at Rare. I saw Daily. I saw when she posted that her ship was found for the first time, and she was like in tears that somebody had found it. That's really cool. I love that.
Yeah, I think it's really, really cool to see how they're incorporating literally the community or the team itself into the world.
Yeah.
Really, really cool.
And that's another thing I'm excited for. The only thing I'm worried about there is eventually you're going to run out of room. So what do you do? Do you just start scratching people's names out and writing the new name right beneath it? Like, how do you make that last long term is something interesting. Or at some point in time, will like all of the corners of the map be filled in, and then if somebody joins the game a year into its life cycle, they can't make that impact anymore. So I'd be interested to see.
There's a cap, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'd be interested to see how they go about it and how they make sure it's a living world and new things come up to commemorate new people and new accomplishments.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how they actually incorporate something like that. I know there's been a couple of questions, and they just had the AMA to Ask Me Anything over on Reddit these past few days. I know there was a question regarding map size, and I think the map size is fairly. I mean, this is totally my opinion. Not because I'm a fanboy or anything like that, because I am self-admittedly I am a fanboy. Everyone should know that right now.
I mean, we would be making this video if we weren't. Yeah. Let's be honest here.
Exactly.
But you can be realistic and be a fanboy. So that's why we're doing.
Yeah, this. I am 100% a fanboy. That is there's no secrets there. That's fact. But I do think, I mean, at least for my own taste, I do think the world is big. And I know some players were complaining about the map size, or they would like to see the map size, 10 times bigger than what it really is. And I don't know. For me, I feel like it takes me a while to sail around, probably because I can never get the sails right with the wind. That might be why I'm taking forever. But for me, the world feels like a good, solid size. But it was interesting to hear the devs say that at launch, it is, it's what we know so far. But again, with those live campaigns, you might see the introduction. Again, this is a big maybe. This is not confirmed or anything.
Yep.
But they themselves said, you might actually see the introduction of new areas or a new island or who knows? Maybe it's even something as simple as within the existing world, new caverns, new openings. Seriously, like who knows? But maybe that's one way they can expand on the world itself, right? Because I think it's important for players to realize that the world itself isn't just what you see, right? It's not just what you see is what you get. There are a lot of hidden areas in this game, like a lot of hidden areas. And there's probably hidden areas that we still have no idea about.
Yeah, this is going to be one of those games that 5 years from now, somebody's going to be like, look at this one thing I found. And then they're like, oh, that was the last one. That was the last hidden thing. That's it. And then they'll update it 2 weeks later and add a couple more just because.
Exactly. It's one of those things that just to be like, oh, here's more.
You haven't found them all anymore. It's like Pokemon. There's new ones to collect every couple of years. Just good luck.
Yep. Yeah, it's one of those things that I think I don't remember what island it was. It was so long ago in one of the closed betas. I forget what island it was, but I remember I was just kind of there, and there was like an underground cave. And it wasn't the one like in the location N10 in the middle of the ocean on the Uncharted Island. Yeah. It was literally just an underground cave, and you just kind of made your way through. And I was like, "This is wild, right there." Yeah, and it hit me. Oh. It hit me that there could be levels. Like
I
layers
recognize that cave,
to an
but
island.
I don't know. I can't remember the name either.
Yeah, I know. There's some players that memorized, and here's one thing that I need to improve on. I know some players have memorized the names of the islands just by looking at the shapes really fast. They're like, oh, that's Cannon Cove, or oh, that's Lonely Isle. Yeah. And here I am still like staring at the map table, like, where are we going?
Where are we going?
I still do that. I haven't figured out the map yet.
I'm the ship musician. I'm not the navigator. I don't worry about being down at the map table. I'll move the sails. I'll point the cannons. I'm not gonna try to give directions. It just ends badly.
Yeah, no, it's never going to work.
Nope. But one thing we do know is leading up to and then after the launch, they've already mentioned about these sort of seasonal, quarterly, maybe, DLC drops and different expansions coming to the game. You said map expansions, but there's also content-related things like pets. And the one thing that they have confirmed right now, at least in the previous AMA, is that pets are all going to be behind a microtransaction paywall. And you won't be able to get them with gold.
Yeah, currently they said it's locked. Currently, I mean that might change, but the way it's currently set up in its first iteration, it will be set up behind that microtransaction. Now, I guess the thing that I'm excited for in regards to that is the lack of like the loot crate in comparison to other games, because I felt like that was kind of the easy way to go. That was the easy way for big publishers and big studios.
I think
to
we
try
both
to cash
posted the same video at the
Yep.
exact same time with
Almost
nearly
with the same
identical thumbnails.
Yeah, which was weird. And I kind of looked and I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, no,
I'm
I was working on this last night. I really don't know if these things are confident because there's
No,
no way
no,
you can
no.
copy a video in 60 seconds, especially when the
No,
video is 6 minutes long.
no.
But
People underestimate video editing. People are like, you made a 2-minute video. How long did it take? 4 hours. How can that be? I'm like, trust me.
I started
it
this
happened.
on Tuesday. Wait, it's
Yeah, I'm like,
Friday.
trust me.
Exactly. But no, like the fact that they didn't go with loot chests or loot boxes or loot crates is really cool. I'm happy with that. It might give us a bit of an idea towards how they're going to monetize the game long term. Because if they're going to support a game like this long term and whole games as a service is a very 2018 thing. They don't just want you playing; they want you playing and investing for years to support whatever the next thing will be.
Yeah,
So,
I could see them going that whole cosmetic route. Like they said, I mean, they did openly say it is going to be cosmetics. It won't have an impact on progression or anything like that. Like there won't be a potion that gives you more health. There won't be a more accurate blunderbuss or something
or
like that.
a sharper sword or something like that.
Right.
And I like that they're going lateral progression. I've had some people say though that because it's lateral progression, and maybe this is again a very 2018 sort of problem where people like, I need my numbers to be higher to feel like I've accomplished anything in a game. But I've had some people say that no longer holds their interest because there isn't the ability to get better gear. And I think they need to work on messaging a bit and be like, no, here's why. Like, here's why we're doing this.
Yeah, I think it's important to know that the reason why they're doing it this way. My voice just cracked. I think the important reason why they're doing it this way is so that it's always I guess attainable for new players to jump in and jump in whenever, whether that's day 1 or day 1,000, for example. 2 years, 3 years down the line, it's not like they'll be barred from any content, right? Like it's not like they're gonna step into the world and it'll be completely empty, right? Because all the players have progressed onto the
third world map,
Right, and that kind of happens in like MMOs, for example, right?
Yeah.
Like in those MMORPGs, like you go in, launch day, the servers usually crash, but that's besides the point. You go in launch day, and then the starter zones are packed, and then people slowly but surely they start to leave those areas, and then they all hang out, in the end game.
In the end game zone for that, and then the next day the DLC drops, and you always see the same meme on our WoW of some NPC and what the end game area is like. Where did everybody go? Because it's abandoned and everyone's gone. But there's that, and the fact that if you're in a one-on-one sword fight with somebody, they might beat you, but it's not because they had better gear, it's because they knew the game better. And it's the sort of soft skills and just being able to play to your strengths as a pirate. And that kind of goes with the progression.
It's literally that. Yeah, it's literally skills versus stats, right? 100%. It's literally like, do you know the game well enough to take on anyone, or are you relying on that weapon? And again, it's some people do complain about it, and I understand the logic. I do, because I'm guilty of it, right? I'm guilty of playing those games that focus on maxing up and leveling up, and it is nice to get that epic drop. It is cool to get that epic drop and be like, oh, this is so much better than what I used to have, or I
now
want to
I'm gonna win all the time. It's nice, but at the same time, it also sucks. Like, I'm just getting back into Siege, and God,
Rainbow Six
equipment alone, just on equipment alone, I was vastly outgunned. And then you put the skill layer on top of it. I'm lucky if I get a kill. I'm like, yay, I got someone. But I like that with Sea of Thieves. You'll be able to drop out, drop back in. Doesn't matter how much your friends have been playing. You can all share missions with each other. Just jump in and play. And the people who want stats, I think, are missing a bit of a point. Like, this is not... Like, we're not going to see this on MSNBC? Really? MLG. We're not going to see this on...
Yep. We're not going to see this on MSNBC.
I mean, we might. They might do a video about how cool the water is. But we're not going to see this on MLG. We're not going to see this on ESA. This isn't going to be an esport. This is a game for fun and to hang out with your friends. And that makes it very much an outlier in 2018. But
it does. It really does make it a bit of an outlier.
I mean, it's rare. This is us going back to the heyday of games, which I'm all for. I'm super excited.
Yeah, I think it's a big step in. It's a pretty crucial step in an interesting direction. It's not one of those things that it's a step in the right direction. I mean, I do think so. Some people think the total opposite. But I think it's a big step in terms of gaming as a whole, because like you said, it is an outlier for 2018. So to see how it's going to perform, to see how it's going to be, accepted by the public or rejected by the public. And I strongly, and again, this is just me, speculating, but I strongly think we're going to accept it.
I really want this game to succeed long term.
Yeah.
Like I do. Yep. There's going to be that like first 2 or 3 months where all the big streamers are on it and you have the initial hype and everything. And you'll get some people who will get bored or lose track, or the next title comes out and they'll jump ship. Yeah, pun.
Yeah, literally.
But it seems like there's been a really good, strong core community about it. And despite, or in sort of in contrast to other games that I play a lot, it's very positive, very sort of chill community. And I'm really happy for that. And I really hope it stays that way. That'll be so nice if it does.
Yeah, the community's been awesome. Literally, the community's been awesome since day one, and I hope it just kind of stays that way. Like you said, I hope it just keeps going from there, because I think that's crucial. In order for a game like this to thrive, I think the community needs to support it, needs to embrace it, and it's not like they haven't already. I mean, the game hasn't even come out yet, and the community itself has been super supportive of each other, of the the devs. It's been wild to see.
I think
it is crucial.
The Release the Kraken that was all over the subreddit, where everybody was, release the beta, release the trailer, and it's just been crazy. It's been great.
It has. It's been a crazy ride.
Oh yeah, and we're just getting started. All right, so I think that's it. I think that's a good talk. I love picking your brain about this kind of thing. I haven't been doing Sea of Thieves content as long as you. I've been watching it since like 2016, but I didn't do a lot on the channel when it was all purely speculative. So it's really great to see your channel growing with the game and getting ready for launch.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so
it's been wild. Thank you.
So just to remind everybody, where can they find you on YouTube? Where can they find you? Twitter, Twitch, Mixer, whatever platform you like. Like, where can they find your content?
Yes, if over on YouTube, literally, it is The Crow's Nest, just like that, right? The Crow's Nest. And over on Twitter, let me see if I remember my Twitter handle. I believe it's at Crow's Nest, one word, CROWSNEST_SOT. Crow's Nest _SOT.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's me. I'm usually lurking.
Yes.
Usually lurking around in there somewhere.
All right, so thank you very much for joining me, Jay. Appreciate it. We need to jump on a boat one of these days, sometime this week, and sail together. That'll be a lot of fun. But thank you all for watching this. Appreciate it, and get ready. Sea of Thieves drops tomorrow, so this is going to be exciting.
Super excited.
Yes, I'm going to be streaming in the afternoon. I don't know if you're going to be streaming or recording or anything, but we should
I might just be rolling around in a ball of absolute tears and joy, to be 100% honest.
That's actually how the whole ocean was made. It was just the tears of joy from everybody who's been excited to play this game. All right, thank you. Thank you all for watching. Like it if you like it, dislike it if you hated it, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Adios.